All right, now it is time to learn about active versus passive. Active is a clear action. It's happening. Stuff's going on. The bat hit the ball. Stuff is happening, right? Passive voice is a bit different. So you can see here, the ball was hit by the bat. Now, so the ball in the first sentence is the direct object. And suddenly it comes up here and it's acting as like the subject, but it's, sort of receiving the action. So that's kind of strange. And then we add a prepositional phrase and the original subject becomes the object of the preposition. Like, it gets weird, right? Now, you guys understand all these pieces, right? The pieces of subject, direct object, object of a preposition. And if you've done components, which you have, you know that those pieces are pretty interchangeable. We can move them around. The key thing here is passive voice isn't wrong. It's just kind of strange, right? When you phrase it this way, it's more clunky, more convoluted. Maybe it's a little bit less obvious, and it is definitely more passive, right? The ball was hit. Oh, it's just a thing that did happen. No big deal. Versus like, boom, hit, done. That's what happened. Aggressive, intense, that sort of thing. But passive voice is not always bad. So here's another example, right? Action is Sarah broke the vase. She broke it. And you have a clear subject, verb, direct object. All right. But if we use passive voice, what we can do with that is we can say the vase was broken. And we can kind of ditch the Sarah part, right? Now, why do we do that? Because we can avoid assigning blame. So anytime maybe it wouldn't be like super nice, you say, oh, my son crashed my car. You say, oh, well, an accident happened. Something happened. It's not a big deal. We kind of pacify things like that. That's a thing that we do in the English language, right? So, passive voice is not wrong. Sometimes on the SAT you'll see questions that say correct the following sentences or correct the underlined portion. In that case, you do not have to change it to the active voice, so keep that in mind. It will not be necessary because passive voice is not incorrect. But one of the key points that I want you to take away from this is when you're writing yourself, generally you're going to want to avoid using the passive voice, because it puts all of your writing in this like non-active kind of relaxed backwards, like everything's kind of way back here. It's this different feeling, right? And then this was a thing that kind of happened, and then some people were thinking, and thoughts were had, and things were done, and it's just like, oh my gosh, just tell me what happened. Yeah, we ran a marathon, we crushed it, we won, boom. Then we celebrated with Gatorade. It was awesome. There you go. Like, that's what happened. So, a lot of times when you're telling stories, you're going to want to get to the point, and there's going to be action and stuff like that. If you're trying to not assign blame, then I got you. Let's use passive voice, right? Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Okay, that's the idea. Let's take this and crush the next couple of questions.